Okay, well, this is a meditation to do when you're in physical pain of some kind. In fact, I've had a migraine for the last 12 hours, so this is directly relevant to me right now. The way you practice with pain is really the way you practice with anything else, but pain can seem like a special case, and certainly our thoughts about it can seem harder to dispel. In the present case, I could be sitting, noticing the raw sensation of my pain itself, but then think, why am I getting so many migraines? Or what if I have a brain tumor? And this is the kind of thinking that if you don't catch it, can lure you very far down the path of mental suffering. And 99 times out of 100 is completely unnecessary. Either you can do something about your pain in the present, or you can't. Whatever there is to do about your pain, every step along the way, there is simply the character of experience in each moment. 99% of my thinking about my experience in those moments will be unnecessary, and an unnecessary source of anxiety. So, if you're in pain, first you must distinguish your thoughts about it from the raw experience. And the tool for doing this is mindfulness of the sort that we've been practicing throughout this course. So simply become aware of the raw sensation of whatever you feel. Pressure, throbbing, stabbing, whatever its character. There are the raw sensations, and then there is usually a feeling of resistance to feeling them. There's a contraction around them. There's a not wanting them to be there. There's a desire to change your experience. And then mindfulness can become an attempt to make certain sensations go away. And that's not mindfulness. So you have to continually recalibrate your relationship to these intense sensations and be willing to simply feel whatever it is that's arising in this moment. So now I'll just practice in the ordinary way and say a few things that seem useful on this particular topic. So become aware of your body in space and let it resolve itself into a cloud of sensation. See if you can relinquish the shape of your body. And the first thing to notice about pain is that it is a great object of concentration. It's very easy to pay attention to it. So let yourself go into the pain in a very relaxed and curious and compassionate way. And as always, the moment you notice that you're lost in thought, let the thought unravel on its own and come back to the raw sensation, in this case, of pain. And notice that these sensations are always changing. No two moments are precisely the same. And notice too that the feeling that a pain is unbearable is somewhat paradoxical, because in each moment where you might think that thought, you have already borne that moment's pain. What you're really thinking about is the future. You're worried about the pain that is to come. You're expressing desire to have no more of this thing that you have already borne in this moment. The pain is simply appearing in the open space of consciousness. And consciousness is prior to it. It's larger than each next moment of unpleasant sensation. Simply rest as that condition in which everything, no matter how intense, is appearing. And of course, this isn't limited to pain itself. Any unpleasant sensation or emotion can be responded to in this way. Nausea, for instance, which I notice is beginning to loom for me even now, can be recognized as an appearance in consciousness without any real implication. Where is this feeling? What is it? You can actually become interested in nausea. You can recognize that awareness transcends its objects in some basic sense in each moment. Once again, notice if you're feeling any resistance to the unpleasant sensation you're paying attention to. This can be very subtle. And the converse of this is if you're feeling something pleasant, a pleasant mental state, for instance, you can be subtly grasping at it, trying to magnify it with your attention. Neither of these attitudes is mindfulness. Mindfulness is this mirror-like awareness that simply registers what is arising. Notice that consciousness is already like a mirror. You don't have to change it. And any resistance or grasping that you could notice is yet another object being reflected by that mirror. Simply drop back and make more space for whatever's appearing. Once again, check the attitude with which you're paying attention. Feel this next moment of unpleasant sensation as though it were truly the first. There should be no legacy effect here. For instance, the fact that I know that I've had a headache for 12 hours should not color my awareness of this next moment of sensation. For if it does, that's just me thinking about my headache. There's just consciousness and its contents in this moment. You'll find that if you can do this, if you can truly find this place of balance in the face of unpleasant sensation, where you're merely witnessing it, it can actually be true to say that there is no real difference between this experience and any other. On some level, consciousness is indifferent to the qualitative character of experience. Now, I'm not saying that you should go get your teeth drilled without local anesthetic. I'm not saying that there are no pains that will topple the equanimity of even the best meditator. But within the ordinary range of physical pain, it is definitely possible to seize the throne of equanimity here and stop suffering, even while the pain is present. And honestly, I have no idea how far this ability might go. And it's conceivable to me that this is possible with the full range of physical pain. I don't see anything in principle that would prevent that. In the final minute of the session, come back to your body as a whole. Feel it resting in space. Notice how it presents itself as a undifferentiated cloud of sensation. And let your pain be simply the brightest part of that cloud. Well, thank you for keeping me company during my migraine. Needless to say, I hope whatever pain you are feeling soon disappears. And I will see you here tomorrow for the next session of the Waking Up course.